Hey guys, it's Alex back again, and what's playing in the background, in case you don't know, is Led Zeppelin, their first album, their self-titled album, because I am recording this on the anniversary of this album, the 12th of January, so happy 49th birthday to Led Zeppelin's first album. Leave that there. And yes, let's get into this haul. Now I'm actually going to start with something a bit different. And that is cassettes. I don't normally show cassettes, but sometimes you see them back there in the background. I don't have many, and I don't really show them off that often. In fact, I've never shown them on this channel. But I picked up a couple that were really interesting to me. It goes back to the vinyl tag that I uploaded a couple days ago. About the question about classic albums you've never heard, and this is actually one of them. It's Beggar's Banquet by the Rolling Stones. Now the Rolling Stones is a band that I'm getting into slowly, so this was a nice little pickup for me, and I'm really intrigued to see what this is all about and give this a listen, because this is a album that Rolling Stones fans have been raving about. This and Sticky Fingers, but I've checked that out already. And vinyl copies of this album are really, really expensive, so I figured I might as well try and get it on CD or cassette. I've got it on cassette, so there it is. And then the other one I got is But Seriously by Phil Collins, which is pretty much interesting to, I don't know, maybe just me, I don't know, but yeah, anyway. Into some sevens, starting off with It's My Life by TalkTalk. And you're going to start seeing a different editing technique here. You'll see it, don't worry, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you'll see it. It's different from my previous videos. It's got It's My Life, and then it's got Renee on the flip side, a live version from Hammersmith, the Hammersmith Odeon. So there's that. The next one I got is Blue Jean by David Bowie, which has Dancing with the Big Boys on the flip side. Next one is a bit strange, especially for me, but this is Hey Jude by the Beatles, which has Revolution on the flip side. I don't really go for Beatles stuff, but I figured I might as well, just because I really liked Wilson Pickett's version of Hey Jude. I figured I'll pick up the original, just because, what the hell. And the last one I picked up is a band I've been getting into quite a bit recently. That is Yes, and this is Don't Kill the Whale, with Abe Line on the flip side. So there's that. Really interesting stuff. Now, onto the albums, starting with this. This is Fishscale Originals by Ghostface Killah. This is actually an unofficial release, but it's just all the some of the songs, at least, that Ghostface Killah sampled on his Fishscale album. It's really interesting to hear the originals and then go back and listen to how they've used it in a sampling technique. And when you're aspiring to be a hip-hop producer like me, this is a nice little thing to have, just so you can see like what kind of things people sample. It's jazzy things, funky things, soulful things, but it's a really good album, really good record there, so quite happy about that one. Next album is Friends by Dionne Warwick. Not her strongest album by any means, but the opening track, That's What Friends Are For, is a really, really good song, and it features Elton John, Gladys Knight, and Stevie Wonder, one of my favourites. But yeah, I had to get this just because, why not? I really like my soul music, but this one's got a few more dancey tracks on it as well, so that's a nice little pickup there. Next up is Never Too Much by Luther Vandross. Really good album. I quite like this. The title track, Never Too Much, is one of my favourite songs at the moment, and it's really good. You can kind of see spots on the album. That's from where the person who had it before me ripped off the shrink wrapping from where it's been on for so long, and it's just a really not that great, but you know, I'm not too bothered about it. The vinyl plays nice, so I'm just not going to complain about it. Definitely like this album though. I might have to get a better copy just for the cover, but yeah, I do like that album quite a bit. Next up is one I didn't have yet, and I don't know why I didn't have this yet, but this is Diamond Life by Sade. Smooth Operator, probably another one of my favorite tracks at the moment. Really, really good album actually. I quite like a lot of Sade's stuff, and yeah, I've been picking up quite a bit of her stuff recently. Now I have Diamond Life, which is probably her most popular album, I think, just because it's everywhere and I see it everywhere on Instagram. So there it is, Diamond Life by Sade. Next up is Commodores Zoom, but it's also just called Commodores in certain places. And this is a Dutch pressing of this album, which is actually quite interesting. And something that occurred to me is that, I don't know if it's just me, but the Motown label, you can't see it on camera, but it looks a bit bluer. Like a slightly lighter blue than all the other Motown albums I have. And I don't know, it just seems a little weird to me, but yeah, 1977 is the year on this. Probably my second favorite Commodores album, second only to Heroes. I don't know, maybe the closing track, Easy, is probably my favorite Commodores track, easily, without a doubt, but I really do like this album. So hey, Commodores or Zoom, depending on where you are, but I like to call it Zoom because that's what it's probably officially called. Next is this American pressing of Why Magic by Bobby Womack. Again, there's some slight wear on the cover down here, but I'm not going to moan about it too much. Really good album. Really, really good album. Really enjoyed this. So, another artist I'm checking out quite a bit recently, Bobby Womack. Hopefully I can get some more of his stuff soon. But again, when it comes up nice, it's not that easy to get hold of. MCA, Rainbow Records there, and it came in this anti-static sleeve, which I really, really like. It's pretty decent actually. I'm not complaining about it all that much. Next up is two albums by the same band. The second album by Average White Band, called Average White Band. 1974 is the year. And I've told this story before, but this guy here, Hamish Stewart, he runs a pub sort of local to where I live, and I haven't been there yet, but I know he owns the local pub. But yeah, just a small interesting fact there, that I kind of sort of live quite near to Hamish Stewart. But anyway, this album's really good. The whole of side 1 is brilliant. And side 2's not as great, but it's still good in my opinion. So there is that, and then I even got the follow-up album, their third studio album, and my personal favourite Average White Band album, Cut the Cake. 75's the year on this. Cut the Cake, the opening track, is really good, and then the song after that, Schoolboy Crush, is also really good, but was also sampled by Eric B. and Rakim for Microphone Fiend, for all you hip-hop fans out there. 75's the year on this, and this is just an incredible, incredible album. Definitely my favourite by this band, and another band that I'm gonna try and complete their whole discography. So there's that. Next up is Frank Sinatra, Come Fly With Me. I'm going to take it out the sleeve real quick just because of all the glare. This doesn't really help, but if you look in the bottom corner here, I don't know how well you can see that, but that is a high fidelity recording. Really good. Again, another artist I've been trying to get into quite a bit. I already had one of his albums. This is the second one I've picked up, but I really enjoyed this album. Really, really good. It is on the Capitol label there. I guess the Rainbow Capitol label. Very, very good. Quite a thick pressing, actually. I wasn't expecting it to be that thick of a pressing, or the vinyl to be that thick, but it is. It's not. I don't think it's 180 gram, but it's definitely close to it. I quite enjoyed this album. Really good. Still probably not my favorite Frank album, but one that I do enjoy quite a bit. So there's that. Next up, another artist I've been trying to get into quite a bit, and that is Jimi Hendrix. This is just a compilation of some of his best songs. It's a shame this album, or this compilation, is not in better shape, because otherwise it would be brilliant. It crackles quite a bit, there's a few pops, but other than that, it's pretty good. Voodoo Child, Slight Return, really good. Little Wing is on here. Johnny Be Good, his cover of that is on here. All Along the Watchtower is on here, as is his cover of The Drifter's Escape. So it's pretty decent. Really good album. But still, another one artist I'm trying to get into quite a bit, and there is Jimi at his finest. So there's that. An upgrade copy. I don't normally do this, but my copy was trashed and the cover wasn't the best. This is Face Value by Phil Collins. I know, Phil Collins twice in one video. What's the world coming to? But yeah, no, seriously though, I do quite like Phil Collins. It's just a shame I can't read the track listing on the back. Great. But yeah, again, I don't normally do this, but I did need a nicer copy. About a year ago, I did pick up a copy of this while I was away on holiday, and it was from the pound bin, and the vinyl wasn't great. The cut, from where I tried to rip the price tag off, it ripped part of the cover, so there's that. But now I have a nicer copy, a nice mint copy of this. In the Air Tonight, the opening track is fantastic. This Must Be Love, fantastic. His cover of Tomorrow Never Knows, however, a lot of people say it's really bad. I honestly think he did a decent job covering that song, so I'm not going to moan about it. I'm just going to accept the fact that he covered it and move on, because I think it's actually a pretty decent cover, but hey, I don't know if that's just me. But there it is, Face Value by Phil Collins. And finally is this hip-hop, I guess it's technically hip-hop 12-inch. It's new from, I think, last year or something. Yeah, no, 2015, excuse me. But it's a Record Store Day release. It's The Weeknd, The Hills remixes. And the only reason that I picked this up is for the Eminem remix on side 1. Not the Nicki Minaj remix, that's actually quite shit. But hey, there we go. Yeah. Custom label there. This was a Record Store Day release for 2015. I didn't pick it up on Record Store Day. I don't think I've got anything on actual Record Store Day, but this makes my second Record Store Day release, I believe. My first being The Diary by Jay Dilla. I think that's right. But this was from 2015, so that's really, really good. And I quite like Eminem's remix of this song, so hey, bonus. So yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to check out some of my other videos, and don't forget to subscribe, because I'm gonna try and upload more in 2018 than I did in 2017. So keep your eyes out for some more videos. I'm gonna be doing top 10s. I'm gonna be doing album rankings. Hopefully, but I'm definitely doing top 10s, top 20s, jumping on some tags I should have done last year, but hey, let's forget about it, and yeah, Alex, out, peace.